All right, we're going to turn back to weather now. If it ever feels like the projected forecast is wildly different from what's actually happening outside, it might just be a product of where we live. The Washington Post, in partnership with the National Weather Service, recently mapped out where in the U.S. it is hardest to create an accurate forecast. The answer was, by far, the Midwest and Great Plains. So earlier, we sat down with the National Weather Service Quad Cities to find out why. We are joined now by Rich Kinney of the National Weather Service Quad Cities. Rich, thank you so much for being here with us. I wanted to start with the most obvious question. Is it harder to forecast temperatures where we live?
It is, in general, more of a challenge to forecast temperatures in the Midwest, in the heartland of the country. And basically, that's due to the fact that we have more temperature extremes. We can get a pretty good temperature gradient, a big difference in temperatures from north to south across our area. We get strong fronts coming through, and the timing of those fronts can impact temperature forecasts. When you get along the coast, for example, where the weather tends to be pretty similar, it's certainly easier to forecast temperatures in those locations.
How big of a difference are we talking about here? Like, how many days out would you feel comfortable with the forecast being really accurate here in where we live in the Midwest and the Great Plains versus one of the coasts?
Sure. Well, over time, accuracy has improved. We have a lot of folks that have developed sophisticated computer models and various types of guidance that meteorologists use on a day-to-day basis. So the forecasts out in time, 5 to even 7 days, are fairly accurate. Obviously, though, the closer you get to the event, the less uncertainty there is going to be.
Okay, so you're going to have to let me in on a little insider secret for this one. Does this play a role at all, just from people you've talked to in the meteorology industry? Do people want jobs in this area or avoid jobs in this area for that reason, or does that not play a part in this at all?
Well, I think one of the things in our area, as opposed to other parts of the country, that actually attracts folks to this region of the country is the great variety in weather. You have to be really well rounded. Severe weather. This year, the Weather Service in the Quad Cities has already issued more severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings than in any total year. We also have significant winter storms, cold weather outbreaks, dense fog, freezing rain. We could go on, but the variety means that our meteorologists have to be skilled at handling a variety of weather situations.
So what you're saying is that when we say James Zahara, Andrew Stutzky, Morgan Strackbine are the best, they really kind of are.
Well, I'll tell you, you listed a great slate of partners of ours, and we work closely with them on a day-to-day basis. And many of your viewers, in fact, may not be aware that during high impact severe weather events, we're connected constantly in a chat room, sharing information back and forth, all essentially on the same warning team, helping to save lives and property.
Well, Rich, I can't thank you enough for your time and also for what you do with the National Weather Service. I mean, this just adds a new layer of respect for the hard work that you guys do. So thanks for joining us.
I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Another interesting thing that Rich mentioned was the wide use of these forecasts. So locally, the NWS works with everyone from county snow removal departments to even the first responders at the Davenport building collapse.